What's cool about this opening moment is, I mean, always, it's the Bluecoats, so dance and marching is always integrated. They go in and out of it seamlessly. But this was a nice balance of like, yeah, we can move, but we can also be clean, and look at that, it's beautiful. Hi, I'm Island, and I am on Bluecoats movement staff.
Performing their 2022 program,
Hi, Finley.
Riffs and Revelations. Drum Corps International is proud to present the Bluecoats.
I love these high cam ones because you can see little nuggets of like the front ensemble doing things and interesting angles.
Driving me around in an old convertible. Later on, it turned into a VW van, and near the end, it was more like this spaceship kind of thing.
Brilliant. I remember when we first got these, we were trying to be cool and use our legs and push them, but all it did was just shake it, and it took more than one would think to practice how to easily push with your legs and let it just spiral around without like hitting a speed bump here and there. Before we go into this, I want to talk about those bench dancers that we just had a close-up on. Sam and I worked a lot with those ones, and it was fun. It was like, at the time that they're coming across the center, they're obviously featured, and they're going to be seen, but they had 7 sets where they were around the bench and still had to do something and be tertiary, but really interesting and cool and incorporate it. And they took a lot of extra reps like outside of rehearsal to do it. I mean, the brass was the same way. They're all hams. I mean, they were like, you want me to do this? I will do it 20 times bigger. And I'm like, okay. It was all good. No one ever was boo-boo kitty about it at all. They loved it. They're like, can we do more? Can we do more? It was healthy atmosphere. Living their best life.
Yeah, so wouldn't you know it, we pulled right up behind that cat at the light, and there he was, glaring at us.
Yeah, when in doubt, whatever's in your hand can drive you to the next thing, yeah?
What are you gonna do about it?
This is cool. This phrase, again, we continue that, but it just, the way that it's layered and the way that it's laid out, and then it kind of distorts with that, it was really good. This phrase was cool. This was, of course, another Jim Moore phrase. He's wonderful. He wrote it, obviously, to the lyrics, and then we had to put it to count, so it was clean, but they also couldn't hear the audio from back there, so this was a project, too, but it was so cool. Just like a little, like, nugget of, let's dance one more time before we march our butts off real quick.
All you got are your actions.
Oh, she was great, too.
And remember, words are actions, too. You want to dance with that dude?
So now there's a lot going on. This is probably one of the most dense parts of the show. Oh, so these trumpets here, obviously a very, very difficult musical phrase, but also let's throw in some high kicks and some salsa steps, and yeah, that was really cool and really fun to work with. And then also that required us to be like in brass block, so they're cleaning the music while we're cleaning their body at the same time. Like not Vish block, brass block. And that's the only way to do it, is they gotta learn how to not only dance well, but like do it and play well. And you gotta do it together too. Doesn't this just want to make you like move your hips? I can't help it. Wow. Battery's great too. So on side 2, this trumpet thing, of course. Hi Ryan, you're wonderful. A ham. I don't know if you'll see. Oh yeah, this is one of my favorite parts. There's hips in there. So much of this is obviously given to them, like this is their choreo, you have to hit this on count 7, you gotta be in a straight line, but there's enough in here of them being humans too. So they're not exactly, I mean, Ryan gets a ton of it because he's doing his job, but he's also just being himself and the character, yes, but what's cool about this show in general is that not only do they have lots of choreo to do together and like obviously be clean, but there's plenty of elements of be you and go ham and improv and fill in the space to connect the parts that are given to you. I'm pretty sure that was all Ryan. I don't think anyone told him. He was just going. And like this. You can't teach someone to rush in there and like own a space. I mean, you can, but they were like, oh, you want me to do that and be awesome? Done. You got it. Look at their faces. Aw. And we're back. More driving, more gear shifting. I love it. Yes, Ryan, yes. Dude, that's what I remember. It's just like, I mean, obviously we're all clapping before it's even over, but I just like stopped and like looked at them and I was like, they just had the time of their lives. Look at that. I don't know, that's one of my favorite parts. Is like we teach movement, we do teach them how to move well and have good carriage and do all the right things, but like when it comes down to it, like you also got to enjoy it. And I think they obviously, look at them, they really did. So it was fun. There's a lot going on.
And if there were to be a story in the show, it would be a love story between the performer and the audience and how special and fleeting those moments are.
You know, you can see how they're pulling their way in towards the brass.
I would rather be nowhere else than in this moment with you right now.